Hi YouTube, this is Felicia with Bible Scraps, and boy, I know it's been like forever, right? It feels like forever since I brought a haul video. I have filmed haul videos, I'm just too lazy to edit them. Yeah, so hopefully I don't have to do much to edit this video. We'll see. But anyway, how is everyone doing? I hope you all are well. I'm well. I have a quarantine mentality. I hope I'm filming. The other day, sometimes I film just for myself. And I have been working on coloring skin tones, in particular darker skin tones. And so I learned a technique. I was just playing around. So I went to film myself. So I didn't lose the technique. Did it 3 or 4 times. And each time was not filming. I was so upset. I don't know what was going on with my camera. Eventually, I did film it. Okay, you guys. I'm looking at this. I got my glasses on. And this is dusty dirty. But I make no apologies. Because it is what it is. It's going to be what it be. But I do have, oh goodness, I can wipe it down, right? I mean, I do have a wipe right next to me. Okay, you guys, I have a haul to share from a company that's been around for a long time. I've known about it, but I'm just getting around to placing my order. It took me like forever. Okay, so everything is, well, I'll scoot this to the side, but some of you may remember this because, maybe 2-3 years ago, I shared a very special video sharing my display of African American rubber stamps. And that was a bittersweet video because I'm very appreciative of all the African American stamps that I have, because many of you know, especially if you're African American, it has been most difficult to find anything African American in this whole crafty sector. A lot has changed the last year, like Michael's this year. Was it this year or last year? Last year. Oh my goodness. Had a whole line of African American crafts, right? In all my years of crafting, and I really got into crafting in 2004. That was the first time I had ever seen like a whole display in any store dedicated to African American crafts. And so things are changing, but it's a lot left to be, well, a lot still needs to happen. So when I shared that video some time ago, it was bitter because the company had closed down and I didn't know it. I was going to the site to place an order, couldn't find the site. And I'm like, oh, it's too late. And I have yet been able, since that video, to find any rubber stamps from that company. But there is a company out there that has had a line of African American stamps, right? For a long time. And I've known about it, but once again, I'm just now getting around to placing my order. And many of you probably have stamps from this company. It's called Rubbernecker. And I just got my order in earlier in the week. It took forever to get to me. Though Rubbernecker, they shipped out really quick. I think the next business day. But with this whole virus and pandemic, my local post office will keep packages just sitting there upwards 5 days, if not a week, before they ship it out. So, yeah, it took a while to get to me. But I am here to share my very first order. I say first order because I already got a shopping cart filled with more stamps. So this is my first order, and I do have a combination of stamps and dies. And then I'm going to share with you some samples of my coloring. I feel so good, you guys, because, well, I'm mastering different techniques at different times, and I have mastered. Well, I'm going to say mastered. I'm not really into being perfect, but I have a combination. I have a sequence of techniques that gives me, in my opinion, nice looking skin coloring. And I'm excited about that. Okay, so my stamps that I picked up this first go around, I got Bailey. Some of these designs, they've been available for years, but I do know some designs have retired too. Okay, so there's Bailey, and I especially love, well, these designs are really nice. They look authentic, but I love that they're red rubber. I'm a red rubber girl. Any day of the year, give me red rubber. So you see the size. The sizes do vary. And then I picked up Jim Anika, and I love a fro. I mean, I love the natural hair. I had to pick her up, and she's a lot bigger than Bailey. This is the one. I've seen this one for years, and yeah, I had to pick her up. You guys, what's her name? Her name is Felicia. So you know I had to pick her up, and she has the microphone too. I do a little something with the microphone, and I love the hair. It reminds me of how I wear my hair. So I had to get her, and she is a lot bigger. So these stamps, they're about $6-7. Okay, and there are several different African American men. And I picked up Malik. You don't find a lot of African American men. You don't find a lot of men crafts at all, right? So I love this image. I love his profile from the side. He is handsome too. Okay, I picked up Aisha. I've seen her for a while. Woo! Love, love, love. And then I love this one. I love her long, slender neck, that hairstyle. The designers really did a good job. The various African American hairstyles, and I like that. So, like this cut sides, and I just love the look of this one. Oh, the prices are right here: $6.90, $7.90, $7.90, $7.90, $6.90. Okay, and then this is a cute one too. So I don't drink. He's holding a champagne or a wine glass, but I had to pick this up. Her name is Katrina. She cost $6.90. Love the look. Love, love, love. And then this is the only one that's not a face stamp. I had to get this image because it reminds me, well, I have a picture, if I still have it, if it did not get destroyed. But, okay. I don't know if we had a tire hanging on a limb in the backyard, but I know I hung with one arm on a limb, from a limb in our backyard. And this image reminded me of myself doing that. And I think I may have a picture. If I don't have it, I had a picture. So when I saw that, I'm like, it took me back, you guys, to maybe 5th grade. And there's other memories too. Okay, and then I got this one. I love this image. Michaela, $7.90. Love the ponytail and love the texture of her hair. This reminds me of my hair and when I used to wear ponytails. It's been a long time since I've worn a ponytail. Okay, and then did I share this one? No, I didn't. So her stamp is on a block. I've worked with her. Well, now I'm teaching myself how to do African American hair. So I'm starting off with her. And she's actually a nice size stamp. Let me grab her. Her name is Joy. She cost $7.90. And this is her image here. So she's a nice, this is Bailey. She's a nice size. And once again, I love that it's red rubber. Okay, and then I got coordinating dies for most of these. A couple like this one don't have a die available. And I don't think Aisha has a die available. But I did pick up the die for Michaela and Katrina, Malik, Joy, Bailey, and I have not used any of the dies just yet. Aisha and Jamanika, if I pronounced that correctly. And you guys, excuse my dyed fingernails. I have been working with alcohol ink with a vengeance. Let me tell you. I did something that I have never done before. It was not crafty related at all. And forgot to wear gloves. Okay, so in no particular order, I am going to share some of my coloring, right? Some of these just look like a hot mess. But this one came out okay. Though there's a harsh shadow, because I was learning and I'm still learning. But I started to get it once I got to her. Now, if you're wondering what image she is, she's not by Rubbernecker. She came from that company that closed down. Yeah, I got a lot. Well, this company was called Dandy Images. And the owner, I believe, was African American. And she specialized in African American stamps along with other ethnicities. So she had more African American stamps than any company out there, right? I mean, that's what she did. She had a lot. And one thing, I don't think she had a lot of African stamps, like this African image here. But I don't think she had a lot of modern African American images like Rubbernecker has now. But this is one of her images. And I chose this one because I really wanted to focus on skin coloring. So there's a lot of space here to color her face. So I did not focus on the eyes. I did do her lips, and I like how her lips came out. But mainly just the face. So this one was really harsh. I did number some of my cards. You know what? And I'll put them in order so you can see the progression of my coloring skills. So I did not, this one like is bad. It has the colorist because look at that harsh shadow. But that's okay. I still see highlights in her skin. So this one is not numbered because, well, you could see that harshness around her. I just sat down one day and I colored. It's so therapeutic. This one here, I added sheen to her face. You know what? I better put her in order. So there's 6. Here's 5. And I don't have this one numbered because I did all of these after I did the 1 through 6. So this is the second one. This is my second attempt at coloring. And I don't think this looks bad, though you could see the harshness around her face. And then the first one, I know I have it here. Let's see, 3. Here's 3 here. And can I find one? I probably threw one away because it probably looked so bad. But take a look at this one. I like that one. It's not perfect, but I like it. And then look at this one. And then look at this one. Okay, so I don't know what I did with one. I probably threw it out. But if I have all of these within frame, I can see a progression. Because you don't see, I started off with this harshness, and as I progress, you don't see it as much. You could really see it here with this one. So I'm getting better and better, and if there's any tips I could give you guys, practice, practice, practice. Don't be afraid that you're using up too much ink. One of my fears in getting started was I watched tutorials and I kept thinking they are using too much ink. It's being wasted. And then what happens if you run out of a particular color and you can't continue? I used Copics for the most part, and some of my Copics I do have refills. And you guys, speaking of Copics, I just learned this. Copics, okay, let me, if I can, I'm not sure. Okay, I won't grab it. I was going to show one of Copics, their old refill containers, because they have come out with new refill bottles. So it's very difficult to get the old bottle because they're sold out everywhere. And here's the thing, with their new refill bottles, they're the same price as the old bottle, but you get half. You get half the amount. So the price went up, what, 100%? Pay the same amount, but you get half less. But anyway, oh, and a lot of companies too, they're barely getting in the refills, so they may not be available right now. But anyway, I would say just get started and don't worry about using up too much ink. Don't think if you keep adding ink, you're going to mess up your image. That might happen, but you know what? I did a video filming myself trying to remember my technique and the sequence of the technique I used, and I kept forgetting what colors I used and in what sequence. I almost gave up because I thought I added too much color, but I kept working at it, and it ended up being one of the best ones I did. It could have been this one. Well, I don't know which one, but I ended up liking it. So don't give up. I know when it comes to working with darker colors, it can be very intimidating, and that's one reason why it took me so long to get started too, because the darker you go in relations to like browns and blacks, you got to have some skill, right, to make it come out and look realistic. But practice. It's not as difficult as I thought it would be. I did watch videos over the last couple years, but when it was said and done, I said, you know what? I'm not going to think. I'm just going to create. I'm not going to try to follow any particular tutorial. I just sat down and I played, and I came up with something that works for me. So I feel like I can color. I use the same colors here. It don't look like it, but I used all the same colors. That's another tip too. Find a combination of colors and master that before you work with other skin tone colors. So I will continue to play with these colors I'm using here. And now what I'm also doing is I'm working with coloring African American hair. So I'll just share. This is not perfect, but I'm teaching myself, right? So this is one of the images. I think this is Michaela here. Joy. And I only did 2 images. And to me, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. How, I don't have an image to show you how she looks. You know what? Maybe I'll quickly stamp out an image. And the paper I'm using is by Crafter's Companion. It's their marker paper. You can get it 50 50 sheets in a bundle, and I'm using Memento ink, Tuxedo Black. You can also get it in brown and in other colors. This ink works really good with alcohol markers because it don't bleed. You got to have the right ink, and you need to have a good paper if you're going to especially use a lot of ink when you color. Okay, let's see here. I may not, okay, I could have got a better image than that, but let's compare it to, you could see the difference. I added some texture, and you know what, I don't think this image is done yet, but once again, I'm just playing around, having fun, not putting a whole lot of thought into it. I have a motto for myself: don't think, create. So that's what I wanted to sit down and do. Okay, you guys, I'm so excited about having more African American rubber stamps to add to my collection. Oh, and I have another. Okay, I will order from this company again, but I have a special garden haul that's coming. I just placed my order today, and it's something that I've never seen before. Don't have anything in my garden like it, and it is so meaningful to me. You guys know I have been out in my garden, right? Almost every video I've shared the last several months, it has been in the garden. The other day, I shared a garden harvest update. I am loving, I've had a garden for years, but for some reason this season, I don't know, I could live in my garden. So I cannot wait until that haul comes, and I'm definitely going to share it. And you guys, when I get over this laziness, I'll share, well, I have to edit my other haul videos. I'm so lazy. I have a quarantine mentality. I'm just chilling. I'm just relaxing. I'm enjoying life to the best of my ability. And I hope you guys are too. I hope you are well. I hope you are safe. I hope you are taking measures to safeguard your health and those around you, you guys. And I hope you're just really all doing well. Okay, I will link this company's website below. If I fail to do so, it's easy to find. It's called Rubbernecker stamps. You could just go to Google, type it in, and you will, get links to their website. There is a category called African American for the African American stamps. However, there are more stamps available that's African American that's not in that category. So if you want to see all of the stamps, I think I typed in, oh my goodness, I typed in a word. It wasn't women. Oh, it escapes me. But I typed in a word, and I got all of their, not just African American stamps. Oh, I typed in people. If you type in people, you will get all of their people type stamps, because there is no category for people. They also have stamps that are not African American that are people, but there's no category for those stamps. So if you type in people, you will get, I'm thinking, all of their people type related stamps. All right, you guys, that's going to do it for me. I think I might color today. I have a video. If I forgot my sequence and my techniques. But you guys, that's going to do it for me. If you like this video, why not like it? Give me a big thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe. Feel free to share this video. And I want to thank you all for watching. As always, blessings.